Hello, 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 everyone. It's your girl Felicia, and I am coming to you today with some perspective on things and a little twist of look at here. So, let me explain something to you. I have spoken to so many people, and their story is I have done all that I can. I have given this person all I can give, and I'm tired and I'm just going to give up. Let me explain something to you. A lot of times we keep giving and giving and giving of ourselves to people, and there is nothing that we can do to change how they're going to view what you're doing. Sometimes we're trying to make people happy without realizing making people happy is not our job. We can't make someone happy. They have to have happiness within themselves. But here's the deal. Sometimes the joy that a person has in them, because first understand that joy is gifted to us by God. And if we decide to give what God gifted us to somebody else because we just not receptive of joy in our lives, then there is nothing that you can give a person or do for a person that is going to change how they choose to feel. But here's the twist on that. So, look at here. You cannot make somebody happy by giving them something that you think that they should be happy with. You cannot make somebody happy by giving them things that pleases you. Whenever you're trying to bring or enhance joy in someone's life, you have to talk to that person and you have to understand where they're coming from, what they've been through, and then you have to decide if you can physically or even mentally, if you're capable of giving them what it is that they're in need of. Sometimes people are broken and they choose not to get healed. And sometimes people have been through battles and struggles in their lives, and they have no confidence in anything that someone else will do for them. As I've stated before, our confidence and our trust should come from God. But you still have to be receptive of those things. You still have to seek God for trust and seek God for confidence. But if they're choosing to live in their own misery, there is nothing that you can do that is going to change the emotions or how a person feels. If we have to think about feelings for a minute, a person is allowed to feel however they're going to feel. Whatever they're choosing to feel, I mean, we can try to give them a different way to look at things, but some people like living a life of misery. And if that's what they choose to do, there is nothing that you are going to be able to do to change that. You can't keep giving and giving and giving of yourself to people who are not going to receive you because they choose to live in a state of depression. When you're speaking to people, you should first find out what their needs are. Decide if you can or if you're even willing to even go the extra mile. But we can't be disappointed in people because they wouldn't react the same way that you would react in receiving whatever it is that you're giving. We can't expect people to do the things that we can do or that we will do, because everybody has their own way of looking at life, its situations, choosing to be happy or unhappy. There are some people, I know we all know somebody in our lives. It doesn't matter what it is you say, it doesn't matter what you do. They're not going to find any joy in the conversation that you're having, and everything that you say to them is going to be some kind of negative reaction to it. And so you have to choose to decide that I am not fixing to live my life miserable. And if I can't do anything to make this person feel a little bit better, then why then would you keep giving your all and all and all? We get disappointed and mad at people because they're not who we are. Everybody's not going to be who you are. They're going to be who they are. We have to accept people for the person that they are, and we want people to accept us for who we are. We can't accept love from a person that's tearing us down with the kind of love that they give him, because maybe they didn't have the same kind of love that we have. Sometimes we give and give of ourselves to people expecting to get this big, oh boy, thank you, this is exciting, or oh, you're so sweet, or oh, this melted my heart. And then that person don't give that to us, and then it's draining because we expecting them to react how we would react. We can't be disappointed in people because sometimes life happens and they don't know how to be happy. Or maybe their household didn't have that kind of love in it that will make them accepting of love from other people. Everybody loves in different ways. Everybody has their own love language. And if you're talking to someone and your love language is one thing, let's say your love language is physical touch and the other person's love language is to serve. Okay, if the two of you don't understand the love language to which you're given, it can go all wrong. That's why we have to communicate with people. That's why we have to find out the heart of the person. We can't decide that this person is going to change later, or they're going to get better later, or they're going to see it differently, because sometimes that don't happen. We have to accept people for whoever they are, and we can't be disappointed in who they are. We can choose that we don't want to live that kind of life. We can choose that we're not going to keep giving of ourselves and never receiving the things that we need. You have a specific need that you need in order to feel the love from people that you feel, and they may have a separate one. But if the two of you don't communicate and talk to each other, be totally transparent with each other and explain to the other person how you give love, and then let them explain to you how they receive love so that you can understand each other, there is nothing that you're going to do besides tire yourself out. So here's the thing. If you're going to choose to have, it could be a best friend, it could be a relationship, it could be your husband or wife, your mother, your child, whoever it is that you're communicating with, whoever it is that you're having a relationship with, you have to first find the person that you can be transparent with without being judged. That's number one. And then find out what their needs are so you will know how to put a smile on somebody's face versus you giving and giving of yourself and then they're still sitting there miserable and sad. Look at here. Don't wear yourself out trying to give something of yourself that you don't have in you to give, because it's too exhausting to give somebody something repeatedly and think that they're supposed to be receptive of what you're giving, and they're just not. Talk, communicate, try to understand. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. It doesn't matter who it is. Think about that. Until next time.